It wasn't. Why is it that Vladimir Putin's speech in the past few hours hasn't been broadcast on propaganda NATO media? It wasn't very long. Was it because he made clearer than ever the case for perhaps Zelensky being the walking dead, the dictator of Ukraine, who is now being told by the Americans to enlist teenage boys into his doomed armies that are dying by the hundreds of thousands, furnished with ever more weaponry and money and cash from Western Europe and the United States? Well, he said that Biden, Genocide Joe, and Sir Keir Starmer are criminals for allowing their ATACMS and the British Storm Shadow missiles to hit Russian towns. In return, Ukraine will be hit ever more harshly, and if this continues, London will be hit, Washington will be hit. That seems to be the signals, or at least US bases in occupied Germany like Ramstein will be hit, because he said those bases, those countries are controlling the satellite systems which enable the firing of ATACMS and Storm Shadows into Russia. We know how Britain, of course, uses surveillance and guidance systems for the genocide in Gaza from its base in Cyprus. We know the United States is aiding that genocide. Well, this is a gauntlet thrown down by Vladimir Putin, clearly responding to anger in his own countries about what Britain and the United States have done. What is happening in the United States? General Kellogg has been nominated to be the Ukraine envoy by Donald J. Trump. You can watch my interview with the nominee for his Deputy National Security Advisor, Sebastian Gorka, online if you can. And as for Kellogg, yes, he really was he really is the grandson of Kellogg's cornflakes, snap, crackle, pop. He's infamous for disbanding the Iraqi army after the illegal invasion that killed, wounded, or displaced tens of millions of people in Iraq. His wife was involved in the invasion of Commonwealth country Grenada, and presumably the execution of Maurice Bishop, the Prime Minister of that Commonwealth island in the Atlantic. Doesn't look good for Ukrainians and Ukraine, because now we're reaching the end point, the end game. The Russians clearly did not want to destroy Ukraine. It considers Ukrainians their brothers and sisters. That's what Russians consider Ukraine as. This is not how the Russians do war, not like Britain and the United States and their shock and awe that has been so devastating in the global south. So we await the next move. The Orezhnik missiles are in mass production.